Hey there guys, welcome back to Beyond Soul. Okay, two things to start off today's video. First thing, where have I been? There was an update video, there might still be an update video. I recorded the audio, I didn't have gameplay to put it over. I don't know if I'm still going to release it. Other than that, basically I finished college with not the grades I wanted, and as those of you know, I can't talk now for some reason. I suffer with a little bitty thing called depression, and yeah, so I don't want to really get on to that right now. We're just going to keep going, but that's where the videos have been not existing for like the past 2, maybe 3 weeks. Can't really remember. Ah well. But I'm trying to get back into it, and this is going to be the first video I make. So, yay. And there's probably going to be a couple of Beyond Soul videos, because the star system that we randomly generated has gotten a little bit hectic, and I'll explain why now. So in the last episode, I talked a little bit about military stations, and the fact that they were what the developers Praxia Entertainment were planning. And now they're in. So on August 18th, update 8.07 was added, which allowed you to construct a military base. It gives you ownership of sectors in all it gives you the ownership of the sector and all adjacent sectors, so in a radius around it. It has a massive shield generator, a large reserve of homing missiles and plasma torpedoes, making it a formidable defensive stronghold. I'm not quite sure how defensive, but we'll find out. But then in update 8.08, they added in the feature that was kind of obvious it was going to happen. It was just a fact of when they were going to implement it, and they've done it. Defense fleets. So within military stations now, you can now garrison a fleet, and those fleet will automatically fly out to defend the nearby sectors under attack, and I'll show you how that all works in a minute. And then there's a bunch of other patch notes. If you wish to read the patch notes, I recommend going to their website or going to the Steam page. They have all the other stuff there. Because I kind of want to make this a quick video, and I've missed 2 updates, I kind of just want to get into the world, so that's what we're going to do. So hey there guys, and welcome back to Beyond Soul. Hasn't it been a while? I think it's been a while. Yeah, I do. I think it's been a very long time. Some things have changed. Not much with the city, but a lot has changed with the system. I'm going to start off here and say what's obvious, basically. Radar station, everything has new symbology now, right? So this is your ship. These are mining stations, and I think aren't they something else? Mining station? No, yeah, so they're just mining stations, they're radar stations, they're cities, and these hexagons, I'm guessing they'll probably change them later on, are military stations. And something I do not like is the fact that the radar stations clutter the screen. Now, in the past, I found it really hard to tell if a radar station was level 2 or level 1 or level 3 or whatever. This makes it really obvious. But I don't like the fact they clutter up the screen. And I think something they could change, and obviously this is optional, it's still early access, so things can change. But later on into the development cycle of the game, I hope they add in an option to make it so that the radar station's symbol is... what's the word I'm looking for here? It hides the symbol, basically, so you can toggle it on and off. There we are. Merchants feel safe. Awesome. So yeah, I don't like how it just looks cluttered. It looks like there's just too much, really, honestly. Something that I think is broken right now is this. Now, I'm not quite sure what this means. If you hover over a city, it shows the sectors you control. So, for instance, Gaia League owns all of this, or it's protected by the city at least, but it's not, and they're all like random sizes. Like, first I just thought it shows you where you control, because mine shows everything, but then you go to Gaia League, it's like, no. Concourse shows everything, Alzaihisha shows everything, Archangel doesn't, Haleb Grove doesn't, La Liberté definitely does not. So, I don't quite know what the green means, but if you hover over a military installation, a military station, it shows you where the military station patrols. So, say I went to war with someone right now, which is highly likely, because everyone has expanded to my borders, and I'm going to have to start expanding into theirs. The military station will send out a fleet. So this one here has these ships. This one here, if I could just click on this a minute, has these ships. And it will send them out to where those green hexagons were. I love this feature, and it's already saved me so much hassle. The ships can get destroyed, but as soon as they return to the station, they get fixed for free, it would appear. You do have to go check on the station every now and again to repair it. Otherwise, it doesn't get repaired. But apart from that, the stations are really, really, really good. And we're going to go... Oh, we'll go to this one. Nah, we'll go to this one. I'll show you some of my favourite things about the military stations right now. I probably should have read that because that was a tip involving them. So, how do you control a military station? So you build it, and when you first build it, it controls every sector in a radius around it. So this one technically controls all of these. Without... For instance, this one here, Gaia League, because he's built this military station, controls this sector, this... Oh no, that doesn't count. This sector and this sector without a radar station in them. And then he's gone along and built the radar stations to get the income from them. So you can see how that patrol works. When you upgrade it, it increases the radius by 1. So I've upgraded this one, it's a level 2 military station. It now patrols most of my sectors. I'm going to upgrade this one if I can. And the reason being, if I can do that, the 2 patrols, let's call them, will overlap. So this station now protects all these sectors, and this station does the same. So if I go toward New Paris, the chances are that if any of these sectors are attacked, I have 2 fleets going to protect them. And I can also put extra ships in, things like this. What I really need in here... Oh no, I have a Medusa. What I really need is like a... we'll put a silencer in there for now. Need a Charybdis or a... Vanguard? Is it? No, not a Vanguard. I can't remember what the other one is. But as you can see there, moving fleets between is extremely easy. You have your reserve ships, which are at your city, and then you have your military station. And you both have a command limit. And having reserve ships in your city is almost completely pointless. Sorry about that edit there, guys. I had a small interruption. It's no big deal. So, where was I? Alright, I was talking about how you can move fleets. So having a fleet at your city is almost completely pointless. They're literally only there so that when you respawn, you can immediately dock at your city, get your fleet, and leave. No problem whatsoever. With a military station, you click on which one you want. The rotating circle shows which one is selected. So if I select this one, the rotating circle's there. If I select this one, the rotating circle's there. And you can swap ships between them just by dragging them. This is your city, this is your military station. The only issue I have is maybe if they made a shift click. So if I shift clicked this military station now, I could select both of them. And you can move the ships between the stations. Just a small little quality of life thing where it's like, it would be really nice if perhaps I don't want this ship here, I want it over here, but I don't want to have to move it to my city, then click here and move it from the city to here. As I said, it's a minor thing. It's no big deal. So fleet management is extremely easy now, and it's just so great. And if anything attacks within the sector that the military station is in, as you read in the patch notes, they have plasma torpedoes and missiles that will destroy. I've seen the barrage go off. They decimate enemies. So they are quite a formidable force. And you definitely don't want to, if you go to war with someone, attack one lightly. If they have a level 2 or higher, I'm actually not particularly sure how to destroy them. I want to say perhaps Tarasques and Vanguards, because they're long range, heavy damage. But even then, your ships, because they're stationary, will be destroyed. And it's very, very, very difficult to do. Something else I also wanted to show you while I was docked, and I didn't mean to undock. You can dock with these stations, and they offer you repairs and fleet management. So this is your fleet. So this is what my fleet currently consists of, my own personal fleet, I think. Anyways, is it? I don't have a Vanguard with me, do I? Oh, I do. No, it's a Guardian. I have a Tarasque with me. That might be, yeah, that's within this. Yeah, apparently I have a Vanguard with me. Didn't think I did, but there you are. And then you can also purchase ships. Now, the purchase ships go to your city. This is your city. This is your own personal fleet. And then the purchase ships go... Obviously, you use the map to send them to the military installations. You can also upgrade ships, everything like that. I'll actually upgrade one now because we have 40,000. We might as well upgrade a Vanguard. And we can undock and move along. We're going to go do this distress beacon. So as you can see, when I said by the... If you look in the bottom right, it has a little icon. Sectors controlled by a selected station is the green hexagons. But a city doesn't show... That's what I mean. The city... This is showing that the city is controlling those sectors and not these sectors. So it's kind of confusing how they've done that. I think it's just a bug with the military installations are new, and they need some fixing. It's nothing too drastic, and it can be sorted out quite easily. Right, let's destroy these Spookins while we can. Right, that Spookin's dead. And so there's this one. Yep. So what's next for our Let's Play? Now, this is something I wanted to touch up on at the end of the video, and it is the end of the video. Something I kind of have a problem with right now, and I'm not sure if it's just Gaia League's AI or not, but when I first spawned in, La Liberté and New Paris already controlled these, but La Liberté I'm pretty sure didn't control all of these last time. So they expanded their borders stupidly quickly. And the fact is now that I don't have an alliance with anyone. It's very difficult to get an alliance with someone now. And essentially, even if I did, because of the border tensions, I couldn't get an alliance. Gaia League was my last trade treaty, and before the video they actually ended it. Which means that you're on your own. And I have to take on the biggest force in the system, who has alliances. as well as other forces. Now, with Gaia League, they expanded their borders by building 3 military stations. And I'm not sure if the AI is broken at the moment and they will only build military stations at a certain point. It makes sense because you can expand quicker, but at the same time, I don't like the idea that they do that. Military stations should be not few and far between, but they shouldn't be the whole, I'm going to build one here to control all this sectors and things like this. So I have the issue with that. As I said, I wanted to touch up on what's next for our Let's Play, and what I was trying to get at was, because we can't get alliances and that now, the only other option is to go to war. And all we have to do now is build up a fleet. That is all we can do. Basically build as many hangars as we can, upgrade them, and make sure we can have a fleet that is far superior to anyone else's. That takes a lot of money and a lot of resources, which I don't think we quite have, honestly. It would take an awful lot to do. Buy two uranium a minute, just so I can upgrade this one. I think once they rebalance hangars, I think that's probably the next thing for them to do. Because your fleet command is tiny. And I find that you often don't have enough space, let's say, to... I thought silencers were 3. Yeah, they are 3. It wouldn't let me take it for some reason. Okay. I find your fleet command is almost just inferior to any AI, especially as your fleet AI is usually not very good. The introduction of the support units really helped with this, but again, it would be helped so much more if they rebalance the hangars just somewhat, just make it so the upgrades mean more. So perhaps if you made it to level 3, so if I upgrade this to level 3, instead of giving me +1 fleet command, it give me +2. So level 1 and level 2 give you an extra 1 each, and then level 3 gives you an extra 2. I think that would be perfect. That would mean I'd have an extra 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd have an extra 4 right now, which would put me up to 29. I could upgrade this then to give me an extra 2. If we went by what I'm saying, which would be 31. 31 doesn't quite fit into the whole number of this, but sometimes, even when you buy hangars, you get that issue anyways. But I could have, like, a Tarask, a Emperor, and then all of the support, like, all of these ships as well. And it would be perfect. And I could probably take on AI. I would lose ships, definitely, but war would be so much more balanced, I would find. That is my own personal experiences with this game anyways. Anyways, guys, I've been Phoenix Cypher. I've been your host. Thank you for watching. There will be another episode of Beyond Soul tomorrow, and probably one after that. Sorry about the whole flooding the channel with it. I'm trying to get a new game, trying to figure out what I'm doing, and then hopefully we can continue making more videos. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, guys. I've been streaming a hell of a lot of Dirty Bomb. I want to make a video, like a highlight video of Dirty Bomb, but it's really difficult because my streams always come out in really bad quality, and I don't know why that is at the moment. Anyways, I've been Phoenix Cypher, guys. I've been your host. Thank you for watching. Adios, mis amigos.